Hey kid, don't ever let them get inside your head. They'll tell you what to do in life instead of everything you know that you could get. Don't let them guide your life towards regret. I'll fight for what I love with every breath. My past is filled with things I won't forget. I use them all to push me to my best. So treat the worst of times just like a test. If only I could go back in time, I'd tell myself that everything will end up alright. Just push yourself, test yours, figure out what you like, and find your limits, don't be rigid, always work towards a prime. Surround yourself with open minds, people can change your life. A few friends with intent can help you feel alive. Find a passion, take some action, and with a little time, just be patient, make a statement, try to enjoy your life. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless. Some progress, I can see that they compare. I think everyone's against me, maybe something in the air. Am I paranoid? I swear a void is forming and they're scared. I walk a straight path, not many can say that. I like to play fast, cross me and there's payback. You better pray that I don't see your face at any place that I go. I know you hate that. I've been doing fine, I'm not wasting any more time. I live for the fight and the climb. I think that the pain that's deep inside is what defines. So I won't give up, I'm gonna make it to the top. I don't care what's in my way, I swear I'm never gonna stop. I could fall flat on my face and I swear I won't get back up. Cause I don't deserve a thing and the road ahead is tough. They'll try to kick you while you're down. They wanna rise up while you drown. They wanna fill your head with doubt. They're silently scared that you'll figure it out. I'll make it look like I'm losing, won't bother hiding my bruises. And when they finally think you're wounded, then it's your chance to be ruthless.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the imagination, we have an absolutely jam-packed show here for you this evening. We are going to hear from the Acquired Taste Mason Lawrence and the Classic Rockers. Plus, the lowlife James Ross seeks to put the final nail in the coffin of Magnus Knox as they complete their trilogy of battles here this evening. We have two exclusive Imagine Live from the Dojo features. In that ring tonight, I'm going to meet Braden Elliott, and between the two of us, we are going to determine who is going to face the big star Dave Daniels on May the 17th, whether we have to use our words or our fists. That match will be decided here tonight, and the Shape Jake Wiley, your current heavyweight champion, will engage in a contract signing with Gorgeous Gregory to solidify their heavyweight championship match on May the 17th with Jake Wiley, unveiling a very special stipulation for that matchup. This is going to be one you are not going to want to miss. Imagine Live from the Dojo starts now.
Welcome back to another edition of Imagine Live, Chapter 246. I'm your host, Mike Zeke. This is my co-host, Jimmy the High Flying Hippie. How we do tonight, my friend?
Doing great, Mike Zeke. That's right. It's me, the homegrown hero, back here with you for Chapter 246. 246 times we've stood on your screen as the longest running professional wrestling production in Pennsylvania today, and we can't do it without you, the imagination. Real quick, Mike Zeke, a little bit of Imagine Wrestling history. 4 years to go today, we hit 500 subscribers on this very YouTube channel. So we've come a long way in those 4 years. A little interesting tidbit there to get us started underway here, Mike.
Yeah, we're going to have to start doing that every week. A little bit of Imagine Trivia. Well, as we said, it's Chapter 246. My buddy DC Bentley said earlier, we got a lot of good stuff going on here tonight. We've got a match, got two big segments. But if you weren't at the last Imagine Wrestling show live, you can catch the next one May 17th. That's in Altoona, Pennsylvania at the Juniata Civics Association building. Those tickets are available right now. They went on sale last Wednesday. If you haven't gotten your tickets for the next show, get them and get them now. Don't wait.
Absolutely. Real quick here, Mike Zeke, if I could just...
What are you doing? Stop. What? Jimmy.
Oh, man. I just don't feel too good. I feel kind of sick, and I'm honestly kind of tired too, but I'm just sick and tired of not holding the belts that we earned, the belts that we wrestled for, and the belts that we had to climb this mountain for. And the magnificent gods in the Acquired Revolution, I guess they're having a match. Jimmy, why don't you tell them about it?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I think everyone should get their opportunity, just the same as me and Chris Sands once strived for that opportunity. Now, opportunity becomes destiny for the Classic Rockers. We're going to set out an open challenge, wide open.
Hey, I'm open for anything. I mean, I'll try anything once. I mean,
not like that. An open challenge for any tag team in the sport. Pennsylvania, Northeast, anywhere. Come step up with some of Central PA's best and see if you can test what you got. against the classic rockers, but I'll warn you in advance, much like many have, and the acquired revolution will in the future, you're going to get your heads banged. Isn't that right, Chris Sands?
And we're going to fly high while we do it.
All right, brother. Thank you. Let's send it to the ring.
All right, thank you, Mike. Thank you, the Rocker Chris Sands. Thank you, Jimmy. The following contest is scheduled for one fall and has a 20-minute time limit and is the concluding match in the Trilogy of Battles series. Introducing first, representing the acquired Revolution, he is the real deal Magnus Knox. With Mason Lawrence. All right, gentlemen, this is the concluding matchup, as you heard in that trilogy of battles between yourself and the lowlife James Ross. I got to ask, how are you feeling leading into this matchup?
I'll tell you how I feel, DC. You ever get that feeling of deja vu, like you've been in this place before? Because I've been in this place before, and I'm not talking about this ring, because that's a given. I'm talking about with James Ross. I have beaten you over and over and over again. And my friend, I am just the better wrestler. I am the real deal. I have the power. I have the frame to rip and tear any man that steps in front of me. And now, James Ross, you think you can beat me? You don't stand a chance. Because to beat the real deal, you gotta be the real deal. And my friend, I'm afraid there's only one Magnus Knox, and it's me.
All right, thank you, Magnus. Mason Lawrence, the acquired taste. I assume you have something on your mind as well, and a putter in hand.
You know I always have something on my mind, DC. Speaking of people who don't stand a chance, the classic rockers. They want to come in here being like, Jimmy, we're going to take back those tag team titles because I'm so delusional, because I come from a town where every brother loves their sister, and I'll try everything once. Can you believe that? Can you believe that for 1 second? But that's not all who I'm worried about. Let's talk about the magnificent gods. Let's start with Alexander Danis, who I can't even take seriously because he looks like one of those statues from Easter Island. And then you got to talk about the magnificent one, Gerard Garrett. The only thing magnificent about you is how magnificent it'll be whenever you're lying on your back on that ground and whenever we retain our tag team championships. Because it doesn't matter if you're a rocker. It doesn't matter if you're a god. You can be a gorilla, for crying out loud. The revolution is now. How about that?
All right, thank you, Magnus. Thank you, Mason. Some real confidence coming out of those guys. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce from the other side of the tracks, here's the lowlife James Ross. You're a funny guy. All right, James, you've heard the words and sentiments of the real deal Magnus Knox. What are your thoughts and feelings leading into this final in the Trilogy of Battle series?
Well, for starters, I only lost last week due to outside interference. And I didn't even really lose. It ended up being more of a no contest. So hold your pride back a little bit there, Magnus, because Malachi Gage can't save you tonight. I know that because I waited in the parking lot for him to show up, and he was nowhere to be found. So it's just you and me tonight. So long as Club Boy there can sit on the outside and wait his turn to get his head kicked off. However, I have more business to attend to because after I finish business with Magnus Knox tonight and finally put the nail in the coffin that will put him 6 feet under, there's Lucio DeVere. And Lucio DeVere, I have some respect for you. You've been here for a long time, but we both want the same thing, and only one of us can have it. We both want the Central Pennsylvania Championship, but but only one of us gets that shot. So my schedule on May 17th is looking pretty clear, and based on the card, yours is as well. So why don't we settle things the old-fashioned way in a #1 contenders match? The Enigma, Lucio DeVere. The lowlife, James Ross, one-on-one. And the winner gets to face either Chris LaRusso or Malachi Gage for the Central Pennsylvania Championship. How about that?
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that was the low-life James Ross, and we are going to have that conclusion to that Trilogy, Battle of Trilogies series right after this.
All right, everybody, we are ready for our matchup here between the lowlife James Ross and one half of the Imagine Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the real deal, Magnus Knox.
Yeah, old poodle hair. I hope he gets his head kicked off here by the lowlife.
Oh!
Little gong and dash there from Magnus Knox, trying to get it done early.
Trying to get the jump on the lowlife.
Look at those kicks high into the solar plexus, back elbow, followed by a snapmare.
Here we go. James Ross bringing the heat already. Looking for a cover, putting him away. 1, 2, just a 2 count.
Taking the AAU ranked wrestler down to the mat early here, James Ross. Little gong and dash of his own, kind of.
Yeah, got Magnus a little miscombobulated, if you will. Oh!
Nice hang time on that splash.
Followed up with a nice suplex there. Referee John Williams won. I know. Look, I know Mason Lawrence is right there, but you got to stay here. You got to help me call the action. I know.
Hey, that was a hair pull Wednesday right there.
Good Lord! I didn't mean to interrupt you there, Jimmy. You know, I love me a good hair pull Wednesday here, but that was a ginormous clothesline.
Well, Magnus Knox was very, very sneaky and clever with that hair pull.
Man.
Inside shot to the solar plexus, followed up by that enormous shot afterwards that we all heard.
Referee John Williams in there real tight, making sure that's a legal choke. Doing a great job there. We know.
Mason Lawrence on the outside. His Peter Brady-like haircut. Won't quit running those big old soup cooling lips of his.
Yeah.
And you hear him echoing throughout this building. I apologize to anybody who might tune in trying to enjoy this program listening to that
Oh,
dork.
my goodness. Just a kick to the side of the head. Now just raining down shots.
Real dangerous forearms there. His head against the mat, nowhere to go.
He's got side control here.
Got head scissors, rear head scissors, almost like a triangle.
Yeah, Magnus Knox just having his way with the low life here. He says he just continued to beat him over and over again, as he said earlier, but
Magnus Knox showing that collegiate background there, transitioning perfectly from one hold to another.
I can't get a word in edgewise here. He won't shut up.
Yeah, he's really disrupting the program here. Oh, there's that vicious double leg takedown.
Low life just trying to cover up. Seen that. Oh. Quite an unorthodox pin there.
Nothing unorthodox about that kick across the shoulder blades.
Oh, man. He's just taking it to the low life here. I mean, he says he's the real deal, and he's the only one.
Magnus Knox, known for his wrestling, really bringing that leather here, really pounding James Ross. There was another one right to the back of the neck.
How many bowls of Wheaties does Kid eat today? I'm just choking blatantly in front of the referee.
I once said the same thing about Sweet Baby Trey a long time ago. That if Magnus Knox could get away from Mason Lawrence, he might have a fair shot at being great at this. This kid, man, someone's got to shut him up.
He's distracting. Anyway, back to the action here. Oh, look at that. Got a dragon sleeper.
Pounds away at that sternum.
Oh, my goodness. He's not protecting himself.
Once again, transitions it right.
He's going to that gator roll, man. Magnus Knox loves that gator roll, and then this bridging neck breaker that we saw him do that last week
That snub-nosed neck breaker, real short, real explosive, very effective. Oh, there's a kick to the spine.
Lord.
What an exclamation point on that neck breaker.
Just blatantly in front of the referee, man.
Right in front of our cameraman also, with Mason Lawrence right in his ear.
Man. Sure, low life's looking for a win here.
Another explosive suplex.
Magnus Knox looking to put him away. Just a 2 count. You know, I mean, you definitely mentioned earlier about Magnus Knox, if he had just, maybe isn't with said Mason Lawrence, whether he's being paid or not, if this is a mutual partnership with them both being the tag team champions, that, you know, he might have a, I don't want to say a more successful career, but certainly, I mean, he's been very vocal the last couple of months, and I mean, he's certainly upped his game. So I mean, he's shown it here right
He
now.
absolutely is. He's got all the tools, and he is an intelligent person. You can hear it when he talks on that microphone.
Yeah, but then he does stuff like that. It's just degrading. I know it's not illegal, but I mean, it's.
Another unorthodox pin, getting
man.
full body weight across them shoulders.
Yeah, the arms grapevine had him down.
Oh, look at that. Inside
Trying to
cradle.
get it. John Williams making sure the shoulders were down. He's had some questionable calls in the past, so good on him making sure that the shoulders were both down there.
Magnus Knox trying real hard to win the match here. Pin after pin after pin.
Yeah, James is trying everything and anything to create some sort of separation.
Oh,
and that
kick.
might be the window of opportunity he's looking for. Ducks onto the line. Hey, trips him up there.
There's that front trip. Sends a title belt flying there. James
Yeah.
Ross trying to find some momentum here, Mike Z.
Man, it certainly has Magnus Knox on Dream Street a little bit. There's that jumping forearm. There's another one.
Shades of Tito Santana with those forearms.
Arriba.
Whip into the buckle. James Ross, full head of
There we
steam.
go. Look at that.
It's that sit on the rope clothesline. James Ross, very underrated flyer here,
Yeah,
Mike
man,
Z.
go to
We've
the
seen-
top rope. You
We've
know what's
seen him
next here.
take to the skies many times.
Frog splash, baby. There it is.
Full body weight.
2. Just a 2 count.
Referee John Williams
Wow.
in perfect positioning here with all the distractions, Mason Lawrence, everything going on out here.
He's got all the momentum behind him now, man. Could he put him away? Hey, come on, Mason. Hey, Magnus. Oh, Russian leg sweep behind the referee's back. Hey, come on. There's the rocker. There you go. Get him out of here.
That's what I like to see. Get him.
Come on, John. We got to get some order in here. Come on, John. You got to get some order out here. What are you doing, Jimmy? Watch out. Oh, there's the Enziguri. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And the winner is the low life, James Ross. Tag team champions had their plan thwarted by the Classic Rockers.
Stick your golf club in that, you nerds.
Wow, unbelievable.
Give me a mic!
He
Give me a microphone!
Please don't.
Rockers, I've had it up to here with you. You say you want a challenge. Well, I got one for you. He may not work for me anymore, but God knows he needs the money. So on Saturday, May 17th, you'll be up against Sweet Baby Trey and a man from his deep past. How about that?
A man from his deep past, he says, Jimmy.
Yeah, and that past is pretty deep. It's been well documented on this program. That could mean a lot of things, Mike Zeke. That could be anyone. That could be Trey's old cellmate, Boo Boo. That could be Dead Arm Row. I can't imagine the criminal Rolodex that Sweet Baby Trey has, but we issued an open challenge, and as I have for almost 20 years, I'm going to show up and fight. Bring your best, bring your mystery tag team partner, Sweet Baby Trey. you're in for one long, strange trip.
Oh, well, you get centered here. Speaking of fights, might be headed towards a collision course here between DC Bentley and Braden Elliott, and I believe my buddy DC is standing by right now. DC, take it away.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the time is upon us. We're going to find out whether it's with words or with fist who is going to get that match with the big star Dave Daniels on May the 17th. I got to call out all that Braden Elliott. Braden, please, do me the courtesy of coming to the ring. You know, I see that you brought yourself a microphone, and that's, in my impressions, a really good sign of the decision that you're about to make. But I want to say something before you say a word, and that's, don't think for a second that it isn't lost on me that I didn't promise you that I would never, never betray you again. And I'm going to be honest with you, I feel like me having to put my hands on you would be just that. It would be a betrayal, but you got to understand something, Braden. If I don't get my hands on the big star on the 17th, that would be me betraying myself. That would be me betraying every single man, woman, and child of the imagination. And that is something I simply cannot abide. You see, you put me in a really, really impossible situation, choosing between betraying you and betraying myself. But you can save me, Braden. You can save me. All you have to do is rescind the challenge that you made to the big star and let me take that match. That's all you got to do to save me. Now I'm going to ask you one more time. Are you going to give me that match? Or are we going to fight winner takes all right here, right now, tonight?
I made the challenge first. I'm putting that out there right now. Betrayal? I betray myself and these people just as much as you would. If I back down from you right now, from this match with Dave Daniels, I already made the challenge. If I walk away, if I backpedal, I go against everything that I say every single week. That I'm not who I say I am if I don't do this. So, if you want to fight it out, we can fight it out.
Then may the best man win. And don't forget, you asked me to kick your ass tonight.
Really gonna see this? Hey, wait a minute!
That's the big star.
Son of a bitch! How about that?
Come on, DC. Come on, Dave!
Right on the point of the jaw.
Green lights on? Green lights on. Jesus, guys. My goodness. You sound, enough of this. You sound like a bunch of schoolgirls fighting over their crush. I mean, I'm flattered. I really am. I'm so flattered, and I get it. Ever since I've came back, I mean, everybody wants that big star rub. They all want it, but I can promise you this. As long as I'm here, nobody tells me what to do. Nobody tells me who I'm wrestling. So as far as May 17th goes, I'm going to say it like this. It's not up to Braden Elliott. It's not up to DC Bentley, who I wrestle. I mean, honestly, if I really wanted to, I would just get in the ring with both of them, beat them both, and we'd be done with all this drama. But that's not how it's going to be. you know? What it's going to be is I have a real good idea. How about the both of you get in the ring against each other and settle this little drama, huh? How about that? Because until you know who back there in charge of things gets control of stuff around here, I don't think I'm going to sign anything.
Oh, Braden Elliott back in it.
Hey, there you go. Little tit for tat.
Sickening thud on that ring post.
Yeah, man, that was a big shot. Oh, backbreaker from DC, super kick of his own.
With a cowboy boot.
Sends the big star packing.
Uh-oh.
You know what?
Let's get breakdown quick, DC.
You know what? I put my hands on you. I'm no better than he is. I've waited 20 years to get a match with the big star. I can wait longer. You want it, you can have it, but you do something for me. You kick his ass! You understand, Braden?
I understand.
Get him.
Well, looks like we have our answer. Looks like it's going to be all that Braden Elliott taking on the big star Dave Daniels on May 17th. DC Bentley gave him his blessing. Jimmy, what do you make of all this, man? I mean, I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible. It's very difficult for me, so.
What a turn of events here. I was glad to see Braden Elliott snap back out of it, get his comeuppance there. So I guess that makes it official. We're finally going to see it.
Yeah, I mean, to see the trajectory of where we've gone with the big star, with his friends, the way he's treated DC Bentley, and, you know, as DC said, go get him. Go get him, Braden.
Yeah, a ton of history in that ring. As Braden Elliott used to watch both these guys as a kid growing up. You know, big moment for Braden Elliott here. I mean,
it's certainly a big moment for Braden, so hopefully he can get the
feels real tense. Like Zeke.
the retribution that he's so desperately looking for, not only for him, not only for the imagination, but for everybody here.
You know,
at Imagine Wrestling.
Something about that you might be desperately looking for. It might be a new or used vehicle, and I might know a guy right now.
Who? That's me. Hey, Mike Zeke down at Stuckey GMC. Give me a call, 814-381-0694. You're looking for reliable transportation. We got great deals running right now. Prices are going to go up here in a couple months, ladies and gentlemen. So the time is now to be buying a new vehicle, whether that be a car, truck, or SUV. And if you or anyone you know are looking for some high quality, very, very colorful tie-dye, I also know a guy.
Yeah, often imitated, never duplicated. Flying Hippie Tie-Dye, Central PA's leader in tie-dye, part of Altoona Fashion Week, part of multiple festivals all year long, Reggae Rise Up concerts, you name it, Flying Hippie Tie-Dye will be there. Just like on May 17th, we'll have a full booth full of tie-dye. If you sit among the imagination, you see them decked out head to toe. People like Derek Bloyer, people like Brandon Pierce, the rowdy ones. Sit among the sea of tie-dye. Come check me out on Facebook, or hit me up at the live events, Flying Hippie Tie-Dye. I also want to give a quick birthday shout-out. 9-year-old birthday to Skylar, Holly Schultz's young son. 9-year-old birthday.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Skylar. Woo!
There it is. My buddy Jimmy here also just mentioned getting his tie-dye on May 17th. If you haven't gotten your tickets for the next show, go to the website and get them after this show. But make sure you get your tickets. You're there in the house with us on May 17th.
If you've never experienced Imagine Wrestling live, sit among them. Sit among the crowd and see why they are the wildest imagination. Be part of the group. The train's rolling out whether you're on it or not. Imagine Wrestling is for everyone. Whether you watch wrestling or not, or a lifetime fan, does not matter. Expect an affordable night of friendly entertainment. Come check us out May 17th.
And now at this time, it is time for the contract signing between Gorgeous Gregory and the Shape, Jape Wiley. Send it up DC Bentley right now.
All right, thank you, Mike, and thank you, Jimmy. The following will be a contract signing for the Imagine Heavyweight Championship title match on May the 17th between the Shape Jake Wiley, your current champion, and the challenger Gorgeous Gregory. Signing on the dotted line will solidify both participants' engagement in an active mutual combat. 1 second. And make sure we have everything in working order here. Let me just snap this one off. There is also going to be the unveiling of a very special stipulation proposed by your current Imagine Heavyweight Champion, Jake Wiley. Don't forget, the Imagine Heavyweight Champion does reserve the right to lay down a stipulation for any heavyweight championship match that he's involved in. Ladies and gentlemen, first I'd like to bring to the ring your challenger from New York, New York. He is Gorgeous Gregory.
Contract signing time. Which seat's mine? Does it matter?
Does not matter. Choose whichever makes you most comfortable. Thank you, Gregory, for being present.
I'm gonna pick that one.
Great. All right, ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, your Imagine Heavyweight Champion, the Shape Jake Wiley. Now, gentlemen, you have both been properly debriefed by Imagine Wrestling Administration. There is to be no acts of physicality here tonight. Any act of physicality will result in a suspension from that match on the 17th, just so you're aware. Please, gentlemen, have a seat. As you've noticed, there is microphones there. I'll give you both an opportunity to address one another in the shadow of this Imagine Heavyweight Championship title match.
Promises, Greg. It's always been about promises, hasn't it? I made a promise to you last week. The promise was, this is the closest that you're ever going to get to my championship. So, I talked it over. I added a little stipulation. On May 17th, if and when I beat you again, you can no longer receive another title shot as long as I'm champion. I mean, hell, you get shot after shot after shot. How many championship shots have you gotten towards me in the last month? 3? So, let's see how much of a man you are, Greg. Because you call yourself the main character of the show so arrogantly. And, well, to me, that's fine. Because I have no problem being the bad guy of this story.
Am I supposed to be scared, Jake? Jake, there's only one thing, and it breaks my heart to say it, that has ever scared me. And I'm not talking about how you said that I left you here to rot, because wrestling here at Imagine Wrestling is my honor and it's my privilege. I would do it for free until I can no longer do it. Jake, what I'm referring to
I'm referring to the failed dreams. I'm referring to the untapped potential. Jake, I am terrified, and like I said, it breaks my heart every day to think about this, and it breaks my heart to say it. Jake, I'm terrified of ending up like the biggest triumph turned tragedy story in the history of Imagine Wrestling. The history of wrestling as a whole. That's why I do everything that I do. That's why I'm driving 6 hours, paying $100 to do these seminars that you're not doing. That's why at 3 a.m. after work, I'm in the gym, Jake. What are you doing? That's why. Because I have to make it. I wanted to make it for us, but now I'm gonna make it for me because I have to. And if I can't beat you for that, then I am just like you. I am just untapped potential, and I am just failed dreams. I am a generational talent. I am a once-in-a-lifetime athlete, and I am the main character of this entire show. And on May 17th, that title is coming home with me, you son of a bitch.
There it is. You signed your last dream away, and I'm going to swallow it whole. Because, Greg, give me that. On the 17th, Daddy can't save you.
There could be no acts of physicality before the contract signing, but nobody said anything about after.